Okay, so guys, this is gonna be a doubt session for the members. अब शुरू करते हैं हितेश भाई वाले से. Audio, is it okay or like a bit less? There was a M3 entry here which I did not put much emphasis on, maybe due to the fact of YM having a both double-sided framework. That's why I exactly not remember, but yes. Yes, this entry is what I'm talking about. This was 100% valid, but I wasn't too okay with, like not much. I didn't have much conviction taking this because of YM, because of the fact YM was 100% valid, not 100% valid, but YM was telling me it could make it go lower as well at the same time. So I was wanting to see if YM fails and this holds. So took a continuation entry here. Range of opposing candles, yes. Why not? Let me show you it on my charts. ये दिन था this one or this one maybe, yes. Okay, so it was more of a scenario like Monday reversal. So Tuesday continuation, Tuesday continuation respecting the Monday's range. ये कहाँ गया मेरा ऊपर? If you of Monday's range being respected, you can use this, you can use that. By staying above that kind of SMT there, leave it for a moment, and and if you see continuation of Monday's the range SMT there, manipulation of the range low, 100% valid. You can use this, you can use this, and then followed by displacement above from it. So is this the day, or I was wanting to frame ES, I guess. Yes, ES still here. This was SMT here. You can view, and this is equal low, I guess so, because of no, these are not equal low. Yes, it has been swept. Just wait a minute. So this was the criteria for Tuesday's long idea. Price forming a daily open low kind of scenario, arranging manipulation of the range opposing side, so you frame back into the range. This would have been the logical objective, but refining it till there, range low manipulation, range high objective, just refining the objective still there because of the failure swings. मेरा ये ऊपर कब चल गया भाई? Like doing this way, and the asset selection logic obviously was more so preferring ES than NQ due to the fact NQ had kind of protected eye to the opposing side, so was more so preferring ES. Okay, let's get into the lower time frame. London reversal or early New York, so no restrictions, not much, just more of a framework thing. Now, if you take a look at this from 15 minutes perspective, clean reversal, clean displacement away, this move lower as enough range for retracement, right? So the opposing candle or enough range for opposing candle logic is more so discretional here, because the relevant level which is supposed to make it go higher for the continuation has been hit, and price has already retraced a lot, so it is more so supposed to expand now, right? कहाँ गया? Delete का option ही गया है. Okay, so if you get into here, that 3 minute entry, see, not judging it based off of these just closes, but see it in the terms of enough of a opposing range, and see it more so at a relevant level, relevant opposing level where you would want it to form, right? If you see this opposing candle being 100% valid, these and these not same range, but कहाँ गया? Delete फिर gap ये, but this was valid here as don't view in terms of closes, view it in terms of opposing range, enough range, and more so at a relevant key level. Price has already formed a established reversal and not given a clear continuation entry, so this should make it go higher because of hitting the relevant level, and more so retracement leg has been done. Had this close been somewhat like this, even with the same range, then it would have looked valid, right? But still, if you're thinking that they are more wiki candles and less bodied, can you not see the two clean closure above them and not resting here, but two clean above them, right? Clearly displacing through. Sweep, immediately come back. That is the logic, right? Sweep, immediately come back. Look same, right? And more of importance at a relevant key level and less time remaining for the same work. Getting the point? This is supposed to make it go higher now. Opposing swing, clean objectives left, right? And then, but at the same time here, I was thinking YM can make it go lower. If you see YM at this time, YM was making me think it could make it go lower. But YM or RTY, I don't exactly remember. पता नहीं. YM तो bullish ही कह रहा है. I don't exactly remember now. Maybe it was another reason because YM also has failure swing. So leave it. So I don't know why I did avoid that entry then. Okay, now where is this H4 as well? See it in NQ, same thing. Enough of a opposing range. Clean close through. Proper tull. Okay, so valid, but due to that XYZ reason which I am not able to remember currently, I was just using this as a framework to see if my bullish narrative is validated by a continuation signature, because I guess so YM was making me think it could make it go lower as well. So I waited for a continuation signature around 9:30 and it was on ES. Here, ES being the right asset I was preferring, found SMT has swept out an opposing swing. I was simply wanting a close through this to frame continuation till there and maybe higher as well. It did not form immediately, then it just hops here and there, and then I take the M5, which is more of a range, I guess so. Yes, that's why I had to get out on BE, I guess so. Had I taken this, I would have taken a 3-4 hour trade. I executed around there, then added to my position as well. 10 a.m. OLHC, this here into relevant level and enough of a opposing range aligning with previous candles EQ. So this should stay protected because the opposing objective is still intact. So after this closure, I added to my position with my invalidation being here. Then this gets hit, but I was aiming a bit higher. This high, maybe I guess eventually doesn't hit because I wasn't even getting 1.5 RR here. Maybe that's why I had to get out on break even. Logically, this would have been the target, but risk reward wise, it wasn't enough. So I had to get out on BE. This was Tuesday. भाई मेरा नेट इतना फाड़ कैसे जाता है सेशन टाइम में को कोई समझाओ कभी चल गया this one I took here first at the M5 closer then added to my position here after this M3 closer with my validation here and I had to get out on B thereafter because I was targeting high of the day I guess Tuesday continuation IV and less risk reward so didn't even take partial there. A partial could have been secured at the logical TP I guess so but my entry being there, stop being there, not even 1.5 hours so that's why. So I went too deep. Is it clear to you, Hitesh bhai? Like, don't think like it was a situational kind of thing because of the less time remaining and the relevant key level being hit, and previously a retracement leg has already happened. So less time for retracement now because the relevant objective has been hit. And if you think the schematic wise relevant level hit, this schematic is enough, right? Same thing happening here. And one thing which you have to pay more attention is clean displacement through, right? Not don't have to clean like focus or zoom has it close over it or not, simply displaces through. So that builds more narrative and view it in terms of opposing range and not just bodies and opposing run then close through, not these little bodies. Obviously yes, you want to prefer more bodies bodied candle, but this was more of a situational case. Human errors, you do them, you learn from them. मैंने मार चला देनी है भाई. Okay, on to the next doubt. अगला डाउट किसका था? जलेस भाई का, फिर आदि भाई का. यूएसडी जेपी भाई, और ये आज का ही है मेरे भाई. मेरा यूट्यूब क्यों खुल रहा है? But was your idea bullish? I guess so. Yes, kind of true breakout over it starts displacing the way. This becomes a draw. But you are just framing the intraday range, so this maybe would have been an objective. So if you are framing this way, then IRL to ERL, right? IRL to ERL, this displacement away, making you confirm. Now you are just framing the continuation leg, right? At this time, previous day high is the most probable draw. You just have to take the low hanging fruits, right? MMBM, high time frame MMBM, H4 MMBM, yes. Lows being rejected, lows being rejected. Nice, clean. और मेरे मुंह से सीटी का बच गई है. Highs being displaced through lows being rejected. Good. Previous day high becomes a draw. Now you are framing the next candle. H4 candle towards the draw, which is previous day high most likely, right? Low hanging fruits. No forcing. Now daily profile being Asia reversal. You can frame here. Now, I may frame earlier than 9 a.m. as well. Sweep of an opposing swing, enough of a retracement range, framing the continuation away. अब ये सिचुएशनल कैसा है कि अब मैं क्या ही बोलूँ. सेम सेटअप ऑन एंड क्यू. हितेश भाई जस्ट अभी देखा. Relevant level aligned with the time thing, enough of a opposing range. अब 2 minute. अब मैं क्या ही बोलूँ. This would have been the logical entry, but okay. Orthodox time frames 2 minute not available. No worries. 1.5 here, 1.9 here, but looks clean. Rarely I would take the 2 minute kind of entry. I mostly never drop below 3 minutes, but yeah, sometimes I would. So too clean of an entry. I could sense this entry just based off of looking relevant level hit, and off of M15 I can clearly see opposing swing, rejection of it in your opposing objective clearly left, and 3 minute I can clearly see this intermediate term low kind of thing made me think I could switch a time frame low. Clean opposing candle, clean close through, but leave it. If you are not able to frame this, then what? 9 a.m. comes, forms kind of opposing candle with existing opposing candles. If the expansion logic is still intact, this should close over, make it go higher. Or then if range is then sweeping this low, then now this is already 3 minutes. 5 minute close is too high in the range. 3 minute would be a risk reward problem, I would say. Yes, huh? But still, if you are framing this valid framework, right? 9 a.m. open low, you already have a protected swing to your side. You would not want to see price revisiting this, right? So obviously in an expansion phase, so you wanna see enough of a range opposing candles making it go higher, right? But if you frame this, at least I would demand 1.5 hour rests around previous DI, so I would be comfortable taking this. I could even drag it here, but 1.5 I would try to secure something, or maybe full. Yes, and so would have been good. Either you what you could have done partialing at previous day or 1.5 hours, resting around same level, then till 2 hours, which is something I would do sometimes, and I have told क्या नाम था भाई Mohit as well, Jealous bhai as well. So now clear, just thinking in terms of this way. Okay, I do have a protected swing, right? Clear opposing objective is left. Then I would wanna see either if less opposing range, then I would wanna see a sweep of these two frame higher, or if clear enough range opposing run, then I would want and clean displacement through it like here. Then I would wanna see this stay protected till the draw. Either enough ranged opposing run, clean opposing objective left, then I would trust this with protected in respect to the protected swing to frame it higher with the OLHC logic 9 a.m. open low, then closer through here. And when I do have already have an expectation of the high time frame expanding till there, else if the new candle opens here, not enough of a range which I can trust on, opposing objective still left, then I would want to see a sweep here. This not enough ranged opposing candle to frame it higher. Get it now? और अभी आपने कोई डाउट लिखा है लेट मी गो विल, यहाँ पे कोई गेट डाउट सा है ना? है क्या? यस यू कैन, व्हाई नॉट? अभी मैंने समझाया उससे क्लियर हो गया होगा. When price is already in an expansion phase, it won't spend more much time retracing. Green opposing objective left intact, right here. Then enough of a range opposing run, clean displacement, so aligned with open low high close logic. At this moment, price is here, like here. Can you not trust it? I can, because most of the filtration process is already done from the higher time frame. I do already have an expectation of this high time frame 9 a.m. H4 expanding towards the objective, right? But after this, I would not wanna see it come back this lower again to create this, then frame it higher. Which is but like, is it more likely to go here than here with the understanding of established narrative already from the H4 MMBM, right? Enough of a opposing range, already have a protected swing to your side, then this gets aligned with the whole HC logic, open low displacement and not this. This is, I won't be able to trust it till here. Yes, I would also demand a run on this low till here. I would want to see something like this because I could not trust this displacement, right? But once price clearly displaces away from this, clearly closes through, I would take. The idea of order blocks is price displacing through a load. Simply, like price creating a low. The idea of order blocks is close through this, but mechanically it is just price displacing through this low, displacing away from this. That is when you try to frame anything, because now you can trust it because price is displacing through. You just use the closer through order block as a confirmation. The logic behind using order blocks is this. अब किसका डाउट था? आदि भाई का. We are bullish for the day. Daily established low is formed. Yeah. Not trading bullish. Now the 8 a.m. John is going to open an 830 driver. 830 does not is not a driver every day. Only when there is a red folder new. See there is. क्या मेरे को समझ ही नहीं आया क्वेश्चन है. ये आप जबरदस्ती लॉजिक क्यों लगा रहे हो? मैंने तो इतना कॉम्प्लेक्स करा ही नहीं था. After the 8 a.m. H1 candle open, it respects 7 a.m. candle EQ forms established below and entry on M3 or M5. Should we take it? Like more so depends on what was the previous phase of price. Like if price is coming from too much expansion, I won't prefer trading the expansion into the same direction immediately. I would want to see a new phase, likely consolidation or retracement. If I am still preferring into the same direction, right? Retracement and consolidation being contribution signature, price has already expanded this much. I won't take even enough ranged opposing candle because I would simply expect a new phase. Then this enough range opposing candle may may look like enough range opposing candle, but it could be price revolving up down up down. Then no matter if you frame this, no matter if you frame this is just price hanging up down. You are just forcing this out of block, this out of block, this out of block. Think in terms of phases. Only when the new phase ends, then expansion, then it is again ready to expand much easily. Getting my point? I gave your people a task today, and this idea may relate a bit with that. This, like, see this, I can see a clear example here as well. This looks like a enough ranged opposing candle, right? But we can see prices already coming from too much expansion. So even this enough range opposing candle, and you can also see the kind of displacement it got thereafter. And this would be just expansion into new phase. Even though the objective is still pending, I won't use this closer. I would instead see this as a new phase then, because I would wanna see a new phase happening. Doesn't matter if this gets swept or this stays protected. I can frame two breakout as well. I can frame AMD continuation as well. Okay, just like how the case was today on NQ, just expanding, expanding, expanding. So I'm more so biased towards waiting than just continued expansion prior to New York. This is not what I would prefer coming into New York, right? Then I won't be much comfortable taking this. Even though this may look like clean close through opposing candles, displacement through 8 away from 8 a.m. candle, EQ logic, use any. But I am viewing this in terms of phases of price. Too much expansion, now I would expect new phase to then take it out and again change into expansion so that I can hold through the expansion towards the objective. I'm even okay missing this, which I did miss today, right? But that is part of my edge. I am okay missing on a bad setup, then take a win on a bad setup. Now, at this moment here, I was wanting to see like expansion into new phase consolidation. I was wanting to see how it reacts to this eye, manipulates or displays through. Like if I am bullish, yes, I can frame the displacement through, but not enough of opposing range. So I did not frame this. Else I may have framed this true breakout. May I don't know exactly. So then I'm more so on a waiting mode. one person I know framed this, but I won't be able framing this. I won't be comfortable framing this. They can. Again, still no protected law coming from here. I'm okay missing. Then comes a time it forms a protected law. Now you can frame it from here, and you can clearly see price expanding away from here to the drop. But I took it on ES. NQ hit the objective, ES formed SMD. Tush, tush, tush. ओके, और ये कहाँ बोल गया मैं? क्या नाम बस आदि भाई अब ठीक है. When I'm having expectation of expansion, I won't be much bothered by this fair value gap being here or there, because I am having an expectation of expansion and not a retracement. Getting my point? I can show you an example from my position framing the expansion on the higher time frame, so then you would not expect retracement, right? Like after, see here, relevant retracement like happened. Now I am more comfortable framing much expansion, continued expansion till the objective. Now I won't be bothered by this fair value gap, this fair value gap, this fair value gap, because I am having a expectation of expansion, continued expansion till the objective. And to me, price should not change its phase from expansion to any other phase. It can change, yes, but I can like confidently frame the expansion, yes, because the क्या बोलते हैं prerequisite for the expansion has been met for me, right? Now it should expand logically without stopping till the objective, right? So then I am more so comfortable in framing the entries when I have the expectation of expansion, not just here but on the high time. Then just my model framing candles expanding towards the objective, candles expanding towards the objective, right? Same here. Once the retracement leg happens, now I won't expect another retracement. I would only expect continued expansion till the objective. Be it this, right? This was FMC, I guess. Yes. Expect a retracement's leg already been done. I would only expect expansion till the objective now, right? Same logic, right? Retracement leg has been done. I would expect continued expansion to the objective thereafter. Right? Not so clean, but yes. Now hope so your doubt is clear. So rely more on when to expect expansion. यार आवाज कम है, मैं दूर होके स्लो बोलने लग जाता हूँ यार, मैं भूल जाता हूँ. सागर भाई को बताना था रेलेवेंट स्विंग, और दो तीन बंदों का और का डाउट था. वो दो तीन बंदे कौन है? कौन है वो? पीछे तो देखो. Create a system simply. with if then statements, so that you know what to do and when to do, when not to do as well. Like in good conditions, everybody can do good, but people get confused when the conditions aren't right because they haven't faced the bad conditions ever, so they don't know what to do. And the experienced people have this advantage over them because they can sit calmly through bad conditions because they know this is not their edge, be it life, be it this field, because they know how to deal with it. So simply gain more experience with your model or refine it accordingly and know when to avoid, not just when to take wins, when to trade, know when to avoid, because there would be good conditions, there would be bad conditions as well, and this is the universal truth. But if you run away from reality, I can't help. So, like, know when to avoid as well, when to stay flat, sit at your hands. I would say you have less experience with your model, gain more experience rather than just viewing it terms of wins. When there is no H4 है क्या, मेरे को भी समझ नहीं आया H4 कब से आया. I get confused. Don't start from the ITF, brother. Just daily H4 for high time frame. If they are not clean, simply don't frame. Like what I just said, why you have to force every day? Price doesn't make sense to me every day, and so I simply don't frame every day, right? I only frame it when it makes sense to me. I only risk my money when price is making sense to me. Okay, this should happen, this should happen. When it is not making sense to me, I won't risk my money because I simply don't know what is happening and I'm okay with that. But most people don't know when to sit out because they don't have enough experience, I guess, or they don't want to put enough efforts, or they don't want to admit the reality that there would be bad days as well. मैनिपुलेट अवर टारगेट, ये कौन सी भाषा है? यहाँ तो बोलो हिट आवर टारगेट, यहाँ तो बोलो लेफ्ट आवर टारगेट, मैनिपुलेट आवर टारगेट. भाई इस बंदे की क्या बोलूं मैं, अगर ये भी ट्रांसलेट करता हुआ क्या बोलूं. इस बंदे ने नीचे उधर चैट सेक्शन में जो इंग्लिश मारी है, इतना कंफ्यूज हुआ हूं ना मैं. उधर पढ़ना वो मेंटी वाले चैट सेक्शन में, भाई क्या कंफ्यूज हुआ हूं मैं. मेरे को 5-5 10-10 मिनट लगे हैं वो चीज पढ़ने में. Just gain more experience and know when your model does not work, and then just keep refining it accordingly, that you should not be participating in these conditions, and when those conditions happen you should simply calmly stay out and don't have the pressure on yourself that you have to frame anything every day. Just simply sit out, be it for a week, be it for 10 days, when you don't know what is happening. When you clearly know what is happening, be aggressive with your risk, and even if you lose, accept it. Accept it proudly. Any time frame lower than the higher one, which gives you clear clarity. I don't go around, okay, so this is H4, so okay, I should frame M50. I am just thinking in terms of price. कहाँ गया? Okay, this move happens on high time frame. I wanna switch low to just get a better understanding of this move. To just view this move. This this move on a high time frame would look something like this. So I wanna switch to a bit lower to view this V. Buy sell side to buy side of the curve, buy side to sell side of the curve. Then I wanna switch lower to see this kind of schematic forming. Just visualizing price in your mind. Bro, I am not answering your question until you correctly pronounce my name. And I do think you do it desperately. Menti role is gone from everybody, brother. Only 5, 6 people are in there currently, like which look consistent to own by and haven't completed their work yet. Else, like 60, 70 people were removed. Some were removed by me, most were removed by home by, and I can't do anything about it. जस्ट भाई का कुछ आया था, जस्ट भाई एनक्यू कौन सा नहीं लिया सर, क्या बात है आपकी, जस्ट एनक्यू ने लिया ऑब्जेक्टिव। भाई की रिफाइंड ऑब्जेक्टिव लो ना इंट्राडे रेंज के हिसाब से। मेरे लिए ये ऑब्जेक्टिव था एनक्यू। क्लीन अपोजिंग स्विंग। भाई बताओ मेरे को, बताओ बताओ बताओ। Because all these swings are failure swings to me, then this becomes a relevant swing. Yes, you could have seen this as objective as well, but a logical objective, this is as well, right? Ultimate objective, you can view this, you can view this, and ultimately here. But in terms of intraday range, yes, here. Because all these are failure swings, not relevant. This is not relevant as well. This is relevant to me. And when this gets hit on NQ and not on ES, and ES forms a protected swing on lower time frame, that's why I was more so wanting to frame ES lower. And even though C, if even if ES was weaker, right, just off of high time frame, so ES would have made sense to go reach here first, right? This move, this time. But the protected swing asset selection logic, NQ had the protected swing, and so it reached here as well in the same 10 a.m. candle. But the low time frame wasn't much aligning for it. That's why I was preferring ES, because yes, ES is not the stronger asset, it is the lagging asset. The draw is still lower. So I was just framing till the H4 FVG, which was this. Isn't the strong asset, it is going lower as well, but it is the lagging asset. It is just less weak, I would say. और कुछ था? वरना कितना पार्ट था नहीं भाई, अपना डाउट आके सॉल्व करा के भाग भी गया। Bro, I am posting my top downs for a reason. If you put in some efforts for yourself, this channel is has infinite top downs of my trades, and I do have 3, 4 proper trade breakdown videos on my YouTube as well, properly breaking down my singular trades as well, and some weekly recaps as well. Now, what can I do if you don't even wanna do it for yourself? Everything is already laid out for you, still you don't want to put in the effort to pick it up for yourself. Why so much laziness even when you know you have the right resources? Just read it. ये भी तो हो ही सकता है नहीं? हाँ, आगे जैसे हम मंडे के लिए सोचो तो, और आपने ये ऑब्जेक्टिव भी गलत मार्क करा है खुद, मेरे को बोलते हो आप। मैग्नेट ऑन करो, मैग्नेट। तो दिस इज नाउ फेलियर स्विंग टू दिस, तो ये मंडे के लिए, ट्यूसडे के लिए, बट इंट्राडे रेंज में दिस relevant swing because all these are relevant swing to me, right, sir? So, and I was wanting to frame why I'm lower. भाई बारिश आ रही है क्या मेरे घर के बाहर? I was wanting to frame why I'm till the range low. Here, Monday as well, but sorry, I was wanting Thursday to do something this, Friday this, then I would frame why I'm till here. But Thursday is being a bank holiday, but still went there. What can I do? YM had the queen framework, protected swing to your side, clean opposing swings. So this was my overall objective on YM. Protected swing, again protected swing. Protected swing. So I was wanting Thursday bank holiday being small range, Friday just displacing through it or manipulating then to the range of what can we do? But off of the relevant swing, then it shows displacement back inside, then I want to frame it higher. Now this may form a protected swing for today, then Monday expands directly towards this objective while making this stay protected if price displaces away from it. We'll see. Do you people don't have any more doubts? We would end this recording and start the new one in like 5-10 minutes, in which I would go over today's price action, talk a bit about the tasks I gave. Brother, I would still spare sometimes, but Mumbai won't. Brother. आप ना फोन सच में डिलीट करो, ठीक है? फोन डिलीट करो। हाँ, रेलेवेंट स्विंग्स की एग्जांपल सागर भाई ने भी बोली थी, है नहीं? Relevant swing, one clean example I can show you people on why. Like relevant swing are simply the swings which are separated from the other swing, like you can say which have their individual existing existence separated from the other swings. Like tell me if you people have watched the relevant swing session or not, because I have very deeply explained in that session and I have given the schematic as well, but still no worries. Like if you have this swing as well, this swing, this swing. Now neither of these swing have their separate existence, or I should use the right word now. These are not, these does don't have enough separation between them. Then this is the relevant swing to me. This, neither this, neither this, neither this. Then I would use this to frame anything, either to frame towards it, either framing away from it. This is a relevant swing, yes. This and this have enough space between them, enough separation. Can a new protected swing form here, and it could still have enough separation between them? The logic of using relevant swing is that suppose price forms a swing this close to this one, right? Would you be okay if price comes, takes this, and does not take this? No, right? Because this would be a failure swing to this as well. You would wanna see if price manipulates, you would wanna see it manipulating this high as well. Then this is of no relevance to you, right? This becomes the level of relevant swing. Because if price forms a manipulation a protected swing, then this still have enough separation from this swing. So this becomes a relevant swing, right? Vice versa, if you are thinking the same example lows, right? See, if price manipulates this and does not manipulate this, would you be okay taking this being a fair swing to this? No, right? You would want to see clear manipulation below here. Then this is of no relevance. This is of the relevance. Then simply I won't use this. I will just use this, right? just clear swings to frame here. Even if I'm taking my targets, I won't take it here. I would take it to the relevant extreme. The most clear explanation which I could give. Same way for here. Why this? Because this swing and this swing have enough separation from each other. If price was to manipulate this and form a protected swing, this protected swing would have enough separation from this. So I can frame this away from here, right? But why not this? Why not this? Because this is just a failure swing. If price comes, takes out this and does not take this, I won't be that much comfortable, right? So I would want to see it take this. Then this is of no relevance to me. That's why I didn't even mark this, right? Clean. You shouldn't be forcing them. If you have to force them, then just simply wait because the price isn't clear at the moment. See, this being a failure swing as well, that's why this is of less relevance as well. Current low of the week. Monday's low. This is a relevant swing, yes, because it has enough separation from the previous swing. So can a protected swing form here? Yes, it did form. And can I frame it away? Yes. This is a core basic foundational thing in my model. And can I frame from this relevant swing? Yes. See how it went away from there? Yes, right? Not just using any random swing, just a random swing. And see why this is my objective mark here and not this. Again, the same logic. If I'm to frame towards it or away from it, I won't be comfortable just framing away from this side and not this. So I would want to see if I'm taking a buy, I would want to take it till here. If I want a short, I would take it off here. So this is of no relevance to me. So not a relevant swing because of no relevance. Relevance comes here directly. Same way if I talk about NQ for Monday or Tuesday. Okay. Now if I were to frame anything lower, this is a failure swing to this high right now. Okay, so I won't target this, I would instead target this. And if I were to frame it lower, I would frame it lower off of this high and not this. Getting my point? Now, for years, this you can use these, but these are just failure swings to me. This is protected, swept out higher, then this becomes the objective. And if I am to frame it higher, I told you people I'm not interested in NQ framing on Wednesday or Thursday because not so clean price action on the daily. This was the relevant swing for me which I was looking for. You can use this, you can use this, right? Both were equal lows. These having enough separation from the previous swing, previous relevant leg. Think of price in terms of legs. Okay, this had enough separation from this, so if price swept this, this would have enough separation from this as well, right? Why not this? Just a failure swing to these swings. So not of a relevance. Yesterday price manipulated this. Today it started displacing away. Then I can frame continuation away from this, assuming this is a protected swing because it formed manipulation at after taking a relevant swing, right? It should be clear now. I don't think I have explained this much deeply earlier. No more doubts, but there was one doubt. I guess Zara had one doubt yesterday. But don't go too deep into it, it could destroy you as well. Rely more on the high time frame framework, then align the driver logic. Just don't rely simply on the driver logic. High time frame framework is a must and the first step. Now, where was Zara's doubt? यार बारिश हो रही है सच्ची बाहर. ये कौन सा सेशन था वैसे? I guess so. 10 a.m. H4 PO3. Okay. Um, so if I had a bit doubts with framing true breakout, more so phases of price would solve it. But Shopify isn't here now, but we can do. This is just basic definition, but you should know when to expect true breakout. When you already have a pre-existing narrative, and if you are using true breakout for framework, just simply wait on the high time frame and not 3 5 minute true breakout. Simply high time frame logic. Any relevant swing gets hit on M3 M5, you start to frame true breakout. This is not how it should be done. You should have a clear understanding of the narrative from the high time frame. Yes, how does one disconcern the invalidation of their bias, indicating that now it is prudent to stop trading? Like invalidation of a bias when two things, when either when you have that EQ validation that being invalidated and drivers not aligning properly. Like if this price keeps doing this, if 8:30 has a red folder news and there is no protected swing formed prior to 8:30, then 8:30 driver should form a protected swing to then frame it higher. But if 8:30 doesn't do that, 8:30 fails to do that, then 9:30 should do this. If 9:30 is failing to do that as well, you should probably be knowing either your bias is wrong, either the day is low probable, right? And then the last driver, if 10 a.m. doesn't form it, you may simply avoid or cut down on your risk because it should be obvious. Like this should happen. Okay, clear ranging prior to driver. Driver should form a protected swing. If driver is failing to form a protected swing, failing to give a continuation through this, then you should simply avoid knowing that driver should do this work if not done prior to it, right? Without I can frame without a protected swing as well, but driver should do the work. But even if driver is failing to do that work, then you should probably be knowing it is a low probability, most likely. Okay, this was a 10 m H4 PO3 session rated out. I guess so. I explained it properly, systematically. Yes, you should watch the recording when I upload it. After 6 puts in this is too low. I am watching intermediate time frame and low time frame together because I can watch them. And I know when to frame low time frame just based off of intermediate time frames understanding. This is our USD JPY. Okay. See how I simply, without even looking at M3 chart, just M15 intermediate time frame chart, I told I could frame an entry here without even waiting for 9 because the intermediate time frame told me I do have a kind of invalidation formed prior to the next candle, formed prior to it. So I can take a positional entry assuming the next PO3, next volatility directly expands. The same logic as yesterday's or day before yesterday's 10 a.m. logic. Protected swing, clear invalidation formed prior to the driver. Now, USDJPY doesn't have driver, but use the same logic. Just new H4 candle formed a clear driver, a clear invalidation prior to it. EQ logic backed by EQ logic as well. Clean M15 retracement, rejection of it. Then the next OHL, next H4 should directly expand away from it. Same logic. And so I can frame a low time frame entry in here. But Adibay's doubt, I can answer that as well. Continuous expansion, right? Then I wouldn't expect immediate continuation even if I see clean opposing candles in here on the low time frame. Because now I am more so expecting a new phase to then again expansion phase to then frame this non-stopping continuous expansion to the draw. Can price directly expand towards previous high to the draw without stopping, without changing into new phase? Yes. Would I be comfortable? No. Because when I am entering with the expectation of continuous expansion till the objective is met. So that happens only after price has started to expand and not already expanded. Like if I were to frame it, I would frame it here because retracement, now continuous expansion. Same way here, new phase, then a line for expansion, then continuous expansion. Simply just wait for a protected swing to form in New York, which you can trust. Frame the continuation away from it towards the objectives. Just that simple. Too many things should be are clear today. Okay, that were enough. I did answer Zara's doubt as well. Created extra and Hitesh bhai और आदि भाई जेलस सिंह है ना और एक और बंदा था चोर कोई और तो था पता नहीं भाई और तीन चार चीजें मैंने अपने से भी बोल दी ठीक है तुम तीन तो इधर ही हो तो तुम तीनों को मेंशन करने की जरूरत नहीं okay so no more doubts I guess I should stop recording now then move on to the next session in like 5-10 minutes okay bye bye